had this conversation, and I don't know if you brothers know about the afterlife or whatever, but I had this dream, and it was actually really coming to me like, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Just stick it in there, right? So, you know, with him in my dream, and then I got my other people that supported me around me, like Stutter, Kane, you know what I'm saying, brothers like that, you know, coming to my bedside, like Stutter next to my bed every day, Kane next to my bed every day, all of the women and the support, my mama, you know, everybody like, look, you gotta do it now. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it for you, you gotta do it for them. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, became better and better over the years until where I clicked in and said, look, I'm gonna make this bigger than what I think it is.
Right.
And that's when I started to get to work.
Right.
And that's when the work ethic came in.
Right. Okay.
That's when you put the seatbelt on, right? Hey, this is what I'm finna do.
Yeah, boy. Don't take on no. Don't take on no.
Let's do this shit.
And that's how I got to this point here. So man, it's been an adventure. It's been good and it's been bad, brother, you know.
Now see, that's what I was just finna get into. That's the first question.
Yeah.
That's the first question I'm gonna hit you with. Since you've been on this ride doing your promotion and stuff, what's been the worst situation in
Man, listen, man. Oh Lord Jesus.
not even like money wise, but just something maybe happened that night.
Man, I've been called gay. I've been called a dog nigga, cheater, a broke nigga, lame nigga. Man, anything you can think of, I've been called.
And that's just a testament to you doing the right thing.
Right.
Cause that's what people do when you
know
on the right track.
If you ain't got no haters, ain't popping.
You wanna know what's so funny? I really didn't understand that concept
At first,
Until you got popping.
That concept, and whoever came up
Because
with
when you just like this, everybody cool with
Yeah.
But when you get right there,
Now you're broke. You
I'm
ain't
talking-
shit. You ain't never done nothing. Yeah.
I was the motherfucker that helped them get right there. Then you start hearing shit like that.
Yeah,
and
like what?
That nigga ain't never been shit.
Like
Stuff
what?
like that. Hey.
Man,
But it be all good, man. You got
They come with it.
That's why we told motherfuckers from day one, we want the good and the bad.
You heard me?
Come on with all
You
this
gotta be
shit.
able to, bro. If you can't handle the bad, then you don't need to be in the.
This ain't your
This ain't
field.
for you, yeah.
This ain't
That's
your
your feel,
field.
bro. Cause like, if I get mad at how many inbox people tell me or hurtful things people say to me, bro, I wouldn't be nowhere near.
Yeah. Same with us, man.
Be driving yourself
Same with
nuts.
us, man. And the people try to stop your progression.
Oh yeah.
You know, people are trying to hinder your success. You understand what I'm saying?
They
But,
do that
but that's where that saying come from. Only the strong survive.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This is made for the strong. This ain't made for the weak.
It ain't made for the
And
weak.
we learned that early. Me and him learned that early.
I'm talking about they put it in the ring.
I'm talking on Sunday morning. Early Sunday morning.
Still to this day, nigga, we can't barely
Yeah,
breathe.
bro.
If they knew we was doing this interview right
Yeah,
now,
I'm talking about the building to be on fire. We'll be like, God damn.
Yeah, you know you're gonna get some Cause I'm here to tell the truth. So any truth y'all wanna know from me, man, I'm open book, man. Let's get to it, man.
I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's rewind a little bit, right? Okay. So dancing. How serious was dancing for you? And like how the initial, how far did you want to take it?
So, you know what's so funny, man? Dancing is actually one of my true talents.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that. When I was as a kid, for some reason, I started off doing Michael Jackson. My auntie Tootie used to have me in the room. She used to listen to Mike all the time. Like that was her favorite artist.
Okay.
And I'm young. I'm 3-4 years old, and she putting on, you know, the Michael Jackson little videos. And that was when videos.
Hold on, you telling now, hey,
okay.
Look, there you go again. That nigga was about to say that's when the meeting came out. Like what?
So I'm learning all the Michael Jackson moves, and I actually became good at it, you know? So I started doing Michael Jackson popping and stuff like that.
Okay.
And over the years, I was actually good, so I'm gonna have to tell our years again.
Oh, come on with it. Fuck it. You didn't talk. You didn't talk.
The Palace. Remember Palace?
And Saints, yeah.
So Palace Saints.
Right.
So first time I ever went to a skating ring was at Saint, and it was actually my mama's boyfriend. His sister She took me to the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all, when I say at that point, I was a shy kid. A lot of people don't know this because they see this now with me.
Yeah.
But I was very shy. When I was little, I was shy. And what happened was she knew I could dance. So she snuck me into the dance room. And I danced. And she took me up to dance and I danced. And I just kept dancing, and I was in a pretty boy clique, you know what I'm saying, which I still am. I'm always be a part of pretty boy clique. Shout out to Cora.
Shout out. I fuck with the pretty boy clique, man, back in the day, man. I went to both my boys for the time, and I fuck with them, you know. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of money with the pretty boy clique. Shout out to Gion, shout out to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
So that's where it all started from for me. You know, we formed a little team, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't really a dance group. We was just, went into the club and we just battled. You know what I'm saying? That was when people battled to dance.
Y'all remember, my partner used to dance with y'all too, man. Them niggas did. Not a lot of niggas a small world.
But you know, back in that day, that was the thing to do.
Yeah.
Remember motherfuckers in our school.
You was doing that.
So that was the thing to do.
We was left. We the ones that couldn't dance.
Them times, you do. But go ahead.
So that's where it all came from for me dancing. I was actually good at it. And then, I progressed, you know what I'm saying, from there. Then I started to become a rapper. But what's so funny in this, in all this what I was doing, I was a minister.
Okay.
A youth minister.
Okay.
So this is where the shot come from. My granny and my mother, them are very church people. They churchy.
Yeah.
So we at Sunday school.
Bible
study.
Everything was church. Like we was brought up in the church. You know what I'm saying?
So what's that?
But I thankful for my parents to have some type of leeway with us. So even though we was in church, they did give us recreation time where we go to the mall, we go, do things, and we got to see things, and we played sports. So that's the reason why we play sports. We want to go to church every Sunday. So we figured we play football.
Yeah.
We can go to the game.
Right.
So that's how we kind of got it. But man, everything balls up into one bus, but it made me who I am today.
What church did you grow up in?
St. Michael's Temple of Expanded Mind. Actually, I'm named after the pastor, that which is my godfather, Bishop Mike Arch. Because you got to put that in front of that, because it ain't that many archbishops.
Okay.
You're
right.
Bishop Michael A. West.
I'm a St. John, baby.
Okay.
St. John missionary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I went over to Progressive, played the drums for a minute.
Well, you know what's so funny?
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
What's so funny about Progressive?
What?
My grandmother and my mother are originators from Progressive.
Okay.
Bishop Michael A. West.
Come on, Michael A.
Is a product of Progressive.
Okay.
They was the original pastor from Progressive. Is I can't think of his name. It's some with the L.
Lemons. Pastor Lemons.
I call my mama. She'll tell me.
Okay, but go ahead.
But they was in the choir. At Progressive. If don't nobody know, Progressive choir was like the Mississippi mass choir.
Look, and it's crazy you say that because they always. That was my church, St. John. That was our sister church.
Yeah.
So all anniversaries, all concerts, we all did together.
Did it together.
Yeah.
So Progressive was really a big church in Missouri.
Okay.
Like when it came to the choir and stuff like that. So my mother then was a part of that. So
okay.
And then my grandmother then moved over to St. Michael's when Bishop. Actually, they started with him when he started his church. They moved over there with him.
Okay.
So. To make a long story short, man, I grew up in church, but me growing up in church, my mother, what I'm saying, she got into other things and want to be rich, so she got into activities, I rather not say, but with her boyfriend at the time, and we became hood rich.
Okay.
So I never wanted for nothing. So I'm a kid that always got it. You know what I'm saying? When PlayStations came out, we had 2 PlayStations.
Okay.
And Nintendo 64. And we had literally a game room with all this, the 6-in-1 pool tables. And, I grew up low key, a rich hood guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
St. Louis rich.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
People don't understand. They're not gonna understand that difference unless they've been here. But
you gotta understand that. You gotta get here to know that.
Yeah.
So man, so that's where it all started from. So everything that I went through built me to who I am now, man. I've been shot, I've been near death 3-4 times, bro. But I'm still here and I have a purpose. So that's what it is. And like I said,
and it shows.
It shows, yeah.
It's a purpose.
You know, that's why we are together right now.
Yes, sir.
This is every shit don't happen by accident.
No.
This ain't no coincidence.
This was supposed
Nigga,
to happen.
this is already wrote for us.
That's right.
But anyway, go ahead. No, we ain't gonna go there. But go ahead. Go and finish your story, man. We ain't gonna go there.
So that's just that's just me. That's what made me who I am today. So it took a little bit of church, it took a little bit of street, it took a little bit of education, it took a little bit of knowledge. But in all those things, you come together, you make yourself focus on one thing, and the one thing is the goal is to have a bigger picture in mind. A lot of times, and that's what's wrong with our young black brothers, man. And I know I don't want to get off topic, but I'm so big with us having something in our community.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things, that's how I got into the activist work. You know what I'm saying? I'm also the young man that recorded the young man that got shot 12 times by 2 police officers. His name was Kajing Powell, and it happened at 6 Star right in Vegas. So it was 10 days after Mike Brown. So that's what got me into my political side.
Okay.
I tell people this all the time. I didn't ask for it. It knocked on my door.
Yeah.
It's a difference when you want to do something, or you know what I'm saying, or you go do something, or you try to do something. This is something I try not to do. You know what I'm saying?
You're chosen. Just like we never when we was growing up, I never seen like us on camera like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I seen us always successful because of
Doing
our work
shit.
ethic, doing shit. But
not like
you know, not like this.
Okay.
So this was something that was through it. It was just what you call it. It was smooth. It just went right on together.
Because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I just learned all that. Now we here today.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we just learning and progressing into it. Yeah.
So what's some of the new things you got going on today?
Okay, so man,
Get into it.
Well, I got a podcast like you guys got. We do a little bit. We don't really interview people. We really have those conversations that we don't want to have.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, especially, and a lot of people say, "Mama, you be on the sisters a lot," but I tell them I be on the brothers just as well as I be on the sisters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on black people.
Period.
Yeah.
And the simple fact is, we have to be great at what we need to be great at. If you expect us to be something in life, and we gotta understand, we gotta stop taking crumbs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Address the issues. That's one of my main things.
Address the issues.
You know, one of my greatest accomplishments is, you know, meeting Barack Obama, meeting Minister. But out of all the people I've ever met, the one man that made an impact with me was Minister Farrakhan.
Okay.
I actually got to chill with Minister Farrakhan. I mean, like we chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said I bump a suit. I'm talking about he was in a fat farm outfit.
Yeah,
In his hotel,
yeah.
You know, so one of the things that he said to me, it always registered in back of me. He always tells people it's about us.
Right.
So I didn't understand it about us. So I'm thinking as a collective whole, the human race, right? But it's not about the human race, it's about the black people, and that we are taking crumbs and been taking crumbs for so long. And once I started
Nothing
getting
but crumbs though, like the bottom of the pan. That after everybody get all the good shit out, we got that bottom.
And so I started educating myself to all we do is take the bottom. But we are some of the biggest spinners in the world.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
And we make other people rich while we sit and be poor.
Exactly.
And so I started looking at things like this, so it started opening my mind, and I started reading up on Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. I just wanted to know that what was different from his revolution, his revolution, and his revolution. And what I found out was Martin was more about peace. Malcolm was more about accountability. Marcus Garvey was more about the race. You see what I'm saying? Even though everybody had the race in mind, they all did it in
specific things. Yeah.
So the revolution,
they had a category.
And so what happens is your mindset has to go to where you're not going to be here for the rest of your life. What are you going to leave her for somebody to be able to gain from?
Yeah, that's what we talk. That's crazy. That's what we are. That's exactly what we are. That's what we embody. What you just said is what we embody.
We got episodes, bro, where we on that motherfucker saying, we good.
Right.
It's about
me and him is good.
good.
But we actually care about our kids, our kids,
yes,
the whole black community.
You really? Like,
you know,
for generations to come after we gone.
Because we gonna leave one day, and our generation has to. And I always tell people this is, we complain. I'm gonna use this as an analogy, right? We complain about public education, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, do you know there's people that pay a tuition $8,000 a month for just a daggone kindergarten?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, no, man, no way, man, that money. I say, you complain about taking your kid to daycare, right? And you pay $200-300.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, there's parents out here that pay their kid tuition $8,000.
Yeah.
So imagine the education they getting over the education you giving your child.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about just expanding the mind as a black people, it starts at home.
Yeah.
It starts at home.
It starts at home.
And I ain't gonna lie, tell you the truth, it's all at home now.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't even want these kids learn no more.
Especially after
I tried to talk to 2 teachers face to face about what they teaching, the curricula that they're giving them and everything.
Oh, you got the cold shoulder. I know you did.
Man, they didn't even want to talk to
Oh,
me
no, they
about
never
this
want to talk
shit,
to me
bro.
about it.
The shit's so deep, bro.
Yeah, it's deep.
They ain't even want to talk about this shit, bro.
You know what's so funny? It's so deep. Let me show you how
And
it's
they
so deep.
should want to. They should want to volunteer that information.
You wanna know what's so funny?
you giving it out to the kids,
They don't want to give
just
it
talking
out.
about that, you
Like
gotta
you said,
be
that's
crushed.
deep. That's deep,
so
yo.
deep.
It's deep.
That's
But
real.
but
deep,
look where the world putting us. They gotta get their check.
Yeah.
And they say these kids
Yeah.
because they gotta get their
You know what's
check.
so funny about that? You ain't lying because
Yeah. They gotta.
I went to Roosevelt my freshman year, my first semester.
Mm-hmm.
And I could play ball. And I used to play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And Francis Howard North, you know what I'm saying, reached out to us. And, you know, I don't want to get into all that. But I ended up going to the school in St. Charles. And I remind you, the reason why I bring this up, I'm just showing you about the curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
I went from a freshman class in my freshman year to a senior class in Francis Howard North in my freshman year. So let me show you how God works in mysterious ways. I'm at I'm at Roosevelt, and I'm learning freshman, stuff as a history. But when I go to Francis Howard North the next semester, I have the same classes, but all those classes that I was taking in the city was senior classes
out there.
And the curriculum was totally different. Let me tell you how I know it's different. I didn't know nothing about the government. I didn't know nothing about no Congress, no senator. Only thing I knew was a president. Let me show you how different our kids are learning. Only thing we know is a president. We don't know the steps to becoming a president.
The branches and all of that. See that
The
shit?
law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nigga.
So I never forget it. Carrie and
They used to be breaking laws.
Listen, this
They don't
was
want
crazy.
nobody to know the laws no more, bro.
It was a race. It was around when Bill Clinton was running for office. Never will forget. Bill Clinton was running for office. And they was asking us about who will we vote for. Now we know we can't vote, but these were senior, so they was getting ready to go out into
And
the
vote.
world and be able to vote and do things like that. So I'm taking as a freshman, I'm taking a
And you
senior
didn't even
class.
know that.
I nowhere near it.
Right.
I'm in a senior class. These look 17 and I'm 14.
Right.
And I'm in the freshman class, but I'm in here with seniors, and I'm like, and I don't know nothing. The man telling us to build up a bracket, put a pyramid together, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, bro, like, I don't know half of what's going on. But I have to give credit to the teacher at that time. So we had a white man teacher. His name was Mr. Jones. And he knew, because me and my sister was so funny, me and my sister in the same grade. And because we star steppers and my birthday was in December, and back then, we had to go, so my sister would always go to school with me. Okay. And what happened was, my sister got a double, so instead of her going to 7th grade, she went to 8th grade, and I'm already in 8th grade. So my sister went from 6 to 8. I went from 6, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Y'all ended up in the same
grade. And from there, we went to school together. But he realized that we was freshmen, me and my sister. And he kind of, worked hands-on with us. Best thing a person could ever did for me.
Right.
But I'm gonna show you how it changed my perception of life. When I see that, the curriculum is different. Pump the curriculum, the school is different. When the students are driving better cars than the teachers.
Yeah.
I'm talking the student parking lot. I didn't even know nothing about a student parking lot. Well, they got a student parking lot that I literally, when I pulled up in the bus and I looked over and I'm saying, "Dad, that's a nice car." And somebody tell me, "Yeah, that's the student parking lot." What?
Yeah.
When you go to the
remind me of
school,
Pattonville.
you see a Taco Bell and a Subway. Do you hear me? And the lunch is different. The lunch is a real buffet. Like I got a free lunch, but you got kids coming up to me want to buy my free lunch so they can eat what's on the buffet.
Yeah.
Instead of eating.
Yeah.
Different, you see what I'm saying?
That's a whole different atmosphere. It's a whole different way
life.
of living.
Life.
Yeah.
A different life. So yeah, man, that's just a little bit of how I learned to get to it. Now let's get to me, man, right now in this day. He was just like, man, you might as well go and be in the rap group. So when I was like, man, I guess so, man. We been kicking it for like the last 2-3 months strong.
Right.
All right, Grumpy, we gonna be a rap group.
Come on with it.
We're gonna go and be a rap group.
Well, we started the rap group now. We actually turned out to be real good. This is where we fell at. We be real good. Now I tell Jerry, don't add no people to the rap group, just me and you. We gonna be a duo.
Okay.
I come back a couple weeks later, he done add 2 other guys named Dizzy and HB. Now Dizzy and HB is not the best rappers in the world.
Oh, you gonna hit y'all
Oh my God, but they was good people though, but they wasn't the best rappers in the world. But we ended up started doing songs together, and what happened was we started traveling. We ended up mixing up with a guy, the Thompsons. They had a son named Amp, and it took us across. We went to Michigan. We've been a lot of places, and we was actually performing. That's when Huey had started popping. So
Shout out to Huey, man. Shout out to
rest in peace, Huey.
Shout
We
out.
went on the road with Huey, and we started getting a name. And then what happened was,
How did that go? Don't speed past. That's big back then.
yeah.
So how did that go? How
So
did you right there with you?
So we started rapping with. I started rapping with Amp, and I was like, they wanted me to be Amp hype man, because Amp was a solo artist, but I was with the group.
Okay.
So we would perform before Amp come on.
Okay.
So we
Open the
perform. So what happened was we was actually good. So Amp would come on, and I'll never forget this. And we would have did this right, we would have been rich. I'm so sorry,
Take it.